Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Old Try Hard Gaming with me, RollCaseTV. You know, they say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of reconfiguring to do. This baby is going to be the one to finish off the current local map. That's what I want. Finish off the conveyor belt one. It's one of the last couple tasks that need to be done on here. I don't need to go to this canvas zone, I don't think. Oh, but what I do need to do before I do that is switch to the other truck, because somebody's got to get this trailer. You know, I could just winch the trailer back. But no, I've got a truck here that's useless. Let me go to this other truck. And, well, while I'm here, let's reconfigure this thing while I'm at the garage. Because it is going to... No, it is going to reconfigure because you're not doing logging. You will not need chain tires. You will need mud tires. And you will need your winch and low saddle, loading crane, and low saddle. Okay, and then you're gonna come out, get a get your long sideboard semi-trailer. And then you're just going to sit here from that. Why is it so near the bottom bar? So it's the most useful one. Okay, now you're going to stay there. Because I have a job, first of all, for this baby, which is to go back and doesn't necessarily have to move, but has to link up with this trailer so I don't lose track of it. And yes, these will all go away once I get to the end, and then I can remap everything to where trailer 2 is going to go. And then eventually I will meet the other trailer that has all the goods over here. And then we'll see what we need to do between these two. I'll see what we need to do in tandem, in consort, maybe in tandem. It's not like I've never done that before. To get what we need delivered. Now, I'm going to think that once all the other stuff gets done, this cabin is going to be... I will be upset. Maybe I should stay here. You know what? I think I should stay here. In case it doesn't work, just by delivering the other cargo, I am going to stay here. Because if I have to lift the cargo up and set it back down... Yeah, let's stay here. That makes more sense. When I drop off the other cargo, there'll be a trailer there. I can winch it and bring it back. Or use this truck to grab it, put it in the trailer store. So, so we want to delete all of these. Yeah. Change of plans. For those of you who don't know, if you highlight an existing one and hit the button you normally use to add, so in my case a right trigger, you saw in the lower right there, it will delete them. But it's buggy. And so sometimes if you have the angle wrong, it will add one instead. So you have to rotate to get the angle right. You have to play around with it. I've never did figure out what is the right angle. If you're always pointed north, is that the right angle? Oh, see, it added one there instead of deleting it. But now it deleted it. Maybe it is if you're due north, it works always. I'm staying due north. Not moving the right trigger at all. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not going to go as the crow flies to get the warehouse items, but that is the idea, to get the warehouse items. That's the only place I can get the fuel. Unfortunately, there's no temporary cargo. I have to get permanent cargo. So it won't help me in removing the cargo from the map. This is easy mode, 100% playthrough. Easy mode in quotes just means it's not hard mode. But it also means that I'm using what I like to call quick start vehicles. Vehicles that you buy that are available to you right away. You buy them separately to any of the seasonal packs. And they all upgrade via I'm gonna go ahead and mark the way back. They upgrade via points, via experience points. So you don't need to find upgrades on the map. Now there are some upgrades if they're very general purpose upgrades, but any upgrades specific to those vehicles, those are found. Though you get those, the specific upgrades, you get those by merely getting your points built up. And I did everything on this map has been on stream and immortalized on YouTube, with one exception. And I kind of regret now that I did this off stream, but I did a grinding session where I did grind out levels so I could upgrade all these vehicles right from the get-go. And that was in Michigan between episodes 6 and 7. So that's episodes 1.6, between episode 1.6 and 1.7. In episode 1.6, I showed how to do this contest to build levels. And then I spent about 6 hours to do it off stream. Had I realized that it was going to take me 6 hours almost exactly, and then I would have just done it on stream, and I would have probably just done it on stream and then saved the VOD as a bonus episode, because there really was nothing to it other than sitting there going back and forth doing news deliveries. But I wouldn't make it part of any particular season. It would just be a bonus episode. I think I've done bonus content before. But anyway, so yes, you've seen everything except for the 6 hours I spent. Or you could see everything. You probably haven't seen everything. Unless, if you have seen everything I've done so far, wow, that's amazing. You've binged out on every piece of content I've created. I'm proud of you. But I've seen it all. I've lived it all. It's bad enough. I need to see it all too. But yes, everything is available, I should say, on the YouTube channel, except for those 6 hours, which I'm kind of sad about now that I think about it. But oh well. What's done is done. I can't get that content back anymore. during that week, I knew I was streaming the following week, and during that week, I didn't know how many hours it was going to take for me to do the grind. So I just sat there and grinded out a couple hours here and a couple hours there. I didn't do it all in one sitting. So then the following week, I was ready to go. Everything was upgraded. And also what I did is once I grinded out all the levels and could get all the accessories, that's when I did the thumbnail. So I did have a lot of work to do in that week in between the premiere episode and the first 6 episodes and the 7th episode. Between the first stream and the second stream, I had a lot of work to do. So. Okay, so this is going to go ahead and deliver, and then we'll see if I need to lift this cabin up or whether it'll be done. Okay, 4 consumables and 2 fuel. Those can all be grabbed at once here. 4 consumables and 2 fuel. And you may ask yourself, wait a minute, how do you get 4 consumables and 2 fuel? Well, that's easy. The 2 fuel can stack on top of each other. I've got 5 slots. And so the 2 fuel can stack on top of each other. It's not a hard way. And the consumables are narrow anyway. I don't think I can get 4 of them in the space of 3, but maybe. We'll see how well I can pack the consumables. The crane is in the truck. I'll pack the consumables in the back, see how tight I can get them together. But I doubt if it's going to be tight enough for 2 fuel. If it isn't, then I'll put 1 fuel in, pack the cargo, and then put the 2nd fuel on top. But for a change, we've got an easy drive through most of this. There will be some muddy areas. But man, it's so slow driving up and down, up and down, up and down. Everything requires driving up and down across these, because you can't cross onto the individual islands except in certain places. But I feel like we're almost getting there. I think the next map will go a lot faster than this map is gone. I don't think I'm going to get everything done in under 130 episodes, which is what 10 years took, but we will see how I do. I have scouted out the 2nd map. What I've done on the 2nd map is the basics. I've scouted it out, so I've got to all the watchtowers. I haven't necessarily picked up everything on the map, like upgrades and stuff like that, but I did scout it out and I cleared all the roads, the road construction tasks. And when I say scouted out, I mean part of my 100% is scouting, clearing, whiting, whatever you want to call it, colorizing every corner on the map. It's only whiting on this map, it's like browning on other maps, but colorizing every corner of the map. With the only exceptions being if it's impossible, and how I do it is by using the prototype exploration unit. The prototype exploration unit will let me, well, this is going to be a challenge. The prototype exploration unit will allow me to take pictures, take radar pictures, and so that's what I do. Yeah, we're just gonna crash through this fence. Whoops, wrong button. Ah! That was scary. I was trying to hit my horn. Okay. Now we should be able to do it. But I'm going to be maybe in the loading zone a bit. The truck is going to be in the loading zone. I want the trailer to turn back a little bit, but I'm afraid I'm going to go over the 15 degrees, whatever it is you need to still be able to maneuver this. See, because all these things, I would have been fine without, and I wouldn't have had a jackknife if it hadn't been for all that crap in my way. Well, I should have backed it in the first place. I thought I had room. Right this way. No, this way. I was right in the first place. That's good enough. All right. What do I need? Oh, you know what? Darn it. This is the way to do it. I need to attach it so I can get the crane far enough back to tight pack those consumables. I've only been playing this game for like 500 hours, close to 600 hours. I only have one world I played before the Let's Play world. That's good enough. Oh, am I going to knock the trailer over? Please don't knock the trailer over. I think it's going to open in that direction, isn't it? Well, if it knocks the trailer over, I have to pick it back up. Just enough clearance. Okay, what did I do wrong here, folks? I want to get the cargo in the trailer first. I'm nowhere near being able to manually load all of this stuff. Let's attach to the trailer. Pack it with the one fuel, because I think that'll put it in the front. And then the 4 containers, or 4 consumables. Let's say a little bit more. And then the consumables, and then I still wouldn't do it right. Gotta stay away from the loading zone. And then if I need to load the other, then I can adjust everything, see if there might be room for the, okay, I thought it would jerk back some, but that's okay. All right. Stop the engine. On the way back, I'll park the trailer and pick up some fuel. Cargo. I don't want bricks. I don't need bricks. I don't need metal rolls. I need 1 fuel, which should go in the front. And then I need 4 consumables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now that's probably how don't think I'm going to make room for all of them, but it's worth trying. It's worth trying to see. Consumables are very narrow, but not the narrowest, but they're very narrow. I think they're narrow. You know, maybe they're not that narrow. Because they're on wide pallets. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else, because those are on pretty wide pallets. That's not going to work. I'll just put the fuel on top of the other fuel. Pack the cargo. And into, not the trailer, because the trailer's full. Into the loading platform. Back to the fuel. Okay. Now, make sure the anchors are up or down or whatever. Yeah, I thought they were already down. No. Here. There. No. What? What? Why can't I? Oh, I don't have the engine on. Why can't I operate the crane? You're gonna operate the anchors with on just the battery? It's interesting. And gonna use the Russian winch technique, even though it's kind of far away. I'm still gonna try to use it. Blammo! Come over here, cargo. You come with me. The Russian crane is stronger. If I try to reach out there and grab it and then lift it with the crane, it wouldn't lift. Well, maybe one thing of fuel would, but things like metal beams, yeah, you can't lift them with the Russian crane, but you can lift them with the winch that's on the Russian crane. Get this, no, just this ever so slightly. Lower. Lower. Good. Now to make sure I'm centered, we detach, line these dots up. Okay. Put down all the way. And reattach. Ta-da! As secure can be. And I know I'm not the first person to realize how that works. Now we are going to come all the way through here. I am going to stop off here. I'll leave the trailer here. And come in here, refuel. Actually, I'll probably just recover, but now I know I'm going to go to the garage. We'll be to the back of the garage. Can I grab it? Okay. All right, let's go. This way I know I'll have all the fuel I need, because I'm playing in easy mode. I can recover, get full repairs, full fuel. On this map anyway, the garage comes pre-built. I know in the future I'm going to face a couple of maps where you have to find the garage. Do I have this crane down all the way? Do you have the anchors down? I think I have the anchors. No, I don't have the anchors. There. Okay. That might help a little. Okay, it's nice and tight. All right, let's go. And the winch is still attached. I'm using the pull winch. Yeah, maybe I should loosen that a little bit. It's a little tight on there, but oh well. It'll be fine. I lowered it too much. It's now pinching in the front. Oh well. I don't have that far to go. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, now the crane is straining. Let me give myself a little bit of slack here. Raise the crane up so it's not pinched. All right, that's good. Now it might slide around a little, but it won't be pinched. I won't have to worry about collision boxes being a problem. Hopefully. It's still bouncing around a little, but it'll be fine. Not like I don't have to go through, not like I have to go through muddy dips in the roads and in the water and stuff. Which I clearly have to do. I'm hearing creaking. That's not from the truck, right? And it's not from the apartment complex, right? Oh, is it from the framing place? Maybe. This is the 5th hour. I'm about halfway through the 5th hour of a 6-hour stream. The stream's a little longer because, you know, I have to do other stuff, like take a break, refill my soda, that sort of thing. So between YouTube episodes, you never miss anything. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't miss anything of substance. Sometimes I'll have a chat with some of the people. If there's people in chat, I might have a chat with some people. Briefly, a chat with some people on YouTube that are watching live on Twitch. But nothing in the game. You don't miss anything in the game. All the game action is done without ad interruptions on Twitch, for one thing, and also with exported over to YouTube. So all the action is on YouTube. I have playlists galore. I have a playlist in my YouTube featured games list. That's for all of SnowRunner. So if you want to catch up, that's listed in the order of the patch trailer. Okay. And I think to make sure the crane is in the right place, I'm not going to recover. I'm just going to get another trailer and fill up that way. There's also a whole section on my homepage for SnowRunner, and that is individual playlists for each region. So it's really good for, the first one is really good for catching up if you missed a couple episodes, but if you want to bingeable order is in the other playlist. And now let's grab my usual favorite. More than enough fuel in it. Then I have the opportunity to repair, but I don't think I have anything to repair. And why does it always do that? I don't want trunk repair supplies. I want the maintenance trailer. And there's nothing to repair. Okay. I didn't think there was. There could have been maybe a tiny bit. Maybe? I don't know. From the maintenance trailer, yes. Let's fill up the ZiKZ. And all my other stuff. This is the advantage of playing in normal mode. You can sell your trailers back for full price, so it doesn't cost you anything to stop, get a fuel trailer, refuel. All trailer stores can be used as fuel stations, except for one vehicle I have that does not have the ability to attach a trailer, but it has so much fuel on it. It's the Rezvani Hercules. It's my main scouting vehicle. And the reason it's my main scouting vehicle is because it has one of the reasons. One, it doesn't tip over. It's very stable. Two, if it does tip, it usually ends up rolling back over onto its tires because it has okay, and green mode attached. Okay, and let's go. Whoa. Oh, I didn't go to the garage. I thought I was going to recover back to the garage, but I didn't. So, delete that. Yeah, some people don't like the Rezvani Hercules, but it suits my needs really well. Has almost infinite fuel. It can get around places that a lot of other vehicles can't. And it has a unbelievable range to it. Very stable. It has a very wide base, but if it does roll over, it has a tendency to roll completely over. So very capable scout vehicle. That's the main one I use. I do also have a Jeep Wrangler, only because that Hercules cannot carry a trailer, and I do have to carry scout trailers, both to take them back to sell them, sometimes to take them to deliver, although a lot of trailers that take to deliver, you don't actually have to be attached to them. But you do have to be attached to them to sell them. Primarily, though, the use of the Wrangler is to primarily the Wrangler is used to what was I trying to say? The Wrangler is used to carry around the prototype exploration unit so that I can scout the entire map. Every pixel is possible, unless there's an ocean covering half the map. Every pixel is possible. I use the Pew 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 PEU prototype exploration unit trailer, which was available before I started this Let's Play. It's been available almost from the very beginning. It was played when Tamir came out in the base game. It was made available. So, nice thing about the trailers when you play on normal mode is all trailers are available from the very first trailer store. You don't have to go find them on the map. People ask sometimes, well, what are you going to do next, or what else would you do? How, if you started over again, how would you do it? I would do it exactly the same way I'm doing it now. As I said, my only regret is that I didn't stream those 6 hours of leveling the trucks up. As far as what would I do next time, there is not going to be a next time. Because this playthrough, I don't play it or plan it in between episodes. So it's going to take me many years to finish out all 23 regions, 23 or maybe more regions in 2026. The plan is, or 2026 and maybe early 2027. The plan is to have. They've committed to a year 5. So will there be a year 6? I don't know. Nobody thought there was going to be a year 5. I was really shocked to find out. A year 5 pass. Which you don't have to buy these super trucks to enjoy the game, obviously, but I would highly recommend buying the yearly pass. Not the season passes, but buy the year pass. Am I turning left here? I am. Yeah. Because the year pass comes with 4 seasons and I think a couple other liveries and stuff. And it's a much better deal. You get 4 different regions. And I know not everybody has the money. I understand and respect that. I'm an old retired guy myself. I don't have an infinite amount of money. Plus, I know in many ways I'm lucky that I have the money that I have, the income that I have. So if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But if you're thinking about, if you fall in love with the game, the yearly passes are a tremendous amount of content for the money. They seem expensive, but you get 4 regions plus a few extra liveries with the yearly passes. And let's face it, the liveries are junk. But yeah, and each region this is an expansion region. This is season 2 from year 1. And it's been my longest region. Will end up being my longest region. If it's passed by anything, it'll be passed by the first region out of the year 1 expansion. And I think there's even longer ones to come. There's shorter ones to come too, thankfully. I usually say this at least once a stream. If you're not sure whether you like SnowRunner or not, you can watch other people play. Like you're watching me. You get to see the full experience. I'm not a professional. You're not going to learn anything from me. You'll see what it's really like to struggle. Although I do have several hundred hours in the game now. But this is a sequel to MudRunner. MudRunner has a lot less content, but you can get it for like $5 US on any platform. Maybe even free on some platforms during certain times. So MudRunner is just logging, but it has the same kind of feel as this. SnowRunner's a lot more fun, and it has 10 times more content. Even the base game has easily 10 times. It's got 3 regions. Each region has 4 maps. It has 13 maps, but each map is so much larger than the maps in MudRunner. So if you fall in love with MudRunner, you'll fall in love with SnowRunner even more. And I'm not getting paid to say that. Not sponsored. I just love the game so much. I've watched other games. I've watched other YouTube channels playing games that I never bought, had no interest in, or they were little. I don't play on PC anymore. I only play on console. So if people are playing independent games, a lot of times they're not going to be available on console. For example, Spintires, which was the precursor to MudRunner. MudRunner was essentially Spintires commercialized. Maybe a little more content. I mean, they add an expansion pack. But yeah, I watched people play Spintires, and I knew just watched people play Spintires. Boy, I hope that comes to console someday. That looks fun, and then it eventually did. And I could play MudRunner. I didn't buy it right away. I didn't realize it was available right away. But yeah, came to MudRunner. I played it. SnowRunner, I think, is already out by the time I played MudRunner. And I purposely did play MudRunner because I wasn't sure if I wanted to play SnowRunner. And I totally fell in love with MudRunner when I first got it. And that was my decision to play SnowRunner. Originally, SnowRunner was not going to be for YouTube content. It was going to be just on Sundays. I was going to do a variety stream for Twitch only, and I called it Sunday, S-A-N-D-A-E, Sunday, S-A-N-D-A-Y. So every week a different flavor. How do I feel about Expeditions and Roadrunner? I think I would really like Roadrunner. I don't think I would like Expeditions all that much. I've never tried either. So I'm not really qualified to really speak on them. But yeah, I don't, I somehow Expeditions does not appeal to me, which is similar to a lot of people that have been big SnowRunner fans. People that I've talked to that, you know, I've spent a lot of time with, that I've played SnowRunner with, they said the same things. Expeditions, But then when Roadrunner came out, they you know, started playing that, and it looks really fun. And yes, they should have called it Roadrunner. They missed the opportunity. It's not trademark infringement because it's not within the same context. It's like I have a declared trademark on the phrase, he does the best he can with what he's got. And that's a real legal trademark, but it's only within a particular domain. It's in the domain of content creation. So gaming content creation. So yeah, as long as they didn't use any, as long as there couldn't be any potential brand confusion between a video game that does not feature any Warner Brothers characters, then they could have gotten away with calling it Roadrunner, and it would have been funny. But they didn't. And I understand why they didn't. Alright, let's finish this baby off. Let's pull up nice and close so I know I'm not in the zone. Let's get this cargo off to the side. Let's cargo management. And now we'll see, well, now it's showing the cabin zone. It's not showing the cabin zone on there. On the unloaded cargo, it is showing it on the right side, so maybe that is a second view. Okay. Well, let's get the consumables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finished. Fuel. 1. And pack. And 2. And it's done! I already knew the cabins were in there. How about that? I had a feeling that was the case, but it was, it didn't show them on the right as having been done. But had I looked at the list, when I got to the place, I should have noticed the cabins were not listed. So they were already done. It was just my oversight, my bad. As most things are, my bad. All right. Oh, wait. Gold mine started. Section 1 is completed. We can move on now, Duke. Thank you very much. 11,000 buckaroonies for the work that had to be done. That's kind of light, if you want my opinion. And you didn't ask for it, but 1,600 stars. I guess that's good. I don't know. Restore crane. And stop the engine. And think about what the next task is. Because I'm coming up on break time. I have 3 started. And I already have the cabins, I know. I've got, I have the cabins in place. And see, the bricks, doesn't show the bricks on the right. It shows the cabins needed, but they aren't really needed. But it does show the bricks. So all I need is the metal rolls and the concrete slabs. And the metal rolls, there are already metal rolls over here, but those are going to be dedicated, I think, to Section 2, because Section 2, no, it doesn't matter. I might as well give them to Section 3. And where do I get the metal rolls? I've already got some up here, so I might as well get them there. I can make more if I need to. But I already have 4 in storage here. I'm not sure why I have them in storage, but I have them in storage there. So I might as well grab them from there. And then, where do I get the bricks? Oh, bricks. I got to get bricks from a bunch of places. There's brick framing places. And the concrete slabs come from here. Do I have any in stock? I have 2 cement in stock, which is enough for 1 concrete slab. And how many do I need? I need only 1, so I can just go there and grab them. Okay. Well, that's all settled then. I am going to take a break. It is time for me to take a break. I'll figure out what to do with this trailer, all that stuff. During the next episode. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I got another hour to go. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. SnowRunner is on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RollCageTV. 7 days a week at noon, U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m., 1800 hours in the UK, and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand, but not really. Usually it's plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year. All right, Twitch. Again, stick around. I got another hour to go. YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.